Hey, what's up guys? Hope you guys are having a good day. It's been a while since I made a video. I'm fairly certain I start out all my videos like that, right? Yeah, so I figured I'd give you guys an update on what's going on with the house at the moment. The house is, pretty much dialed in. There's a few things that we have going on. The backyard, we still need to get some of the rest of it graded, and we have somebody coming out next week to do that. I'm still kind of unsure as to what type of decorative rock that we want to put back there, so we're just going to have them do the grading for now. And then once I kind of figure out which rock to get, I can buy it over time. We also have the Tesla solar panels as well as the power wall. Those are, so at the moment we've already signed the agreement with APS, they're our local utility provider. And what that allows us to do is we are going to be sharing our energy needs as well as sharing access to the power wall with APS, which means that anytime during the year there is like a high demand for energy, they can actually tap into the power wall and use some of that energy. We do get compensated quite nicely for that, so really looking forward to the actual solar panels being installed. I don't have an install date yet, but once I do, I'll be sure to share that with you guys as well as the install. So that's going to be our last major project for this house, unless I decide to do something really stupid like maybe sell it, which I have been thinking about doing. I have been thinking about selling it, taking the equity, and seeing if I can pay cash on maybe buying some land and putting down a couple of buildings. I just had this like grand scheme of maybe doing the what are they called, studio sheds, like multiple little buildings, and then paying cash for the whole thing. I don't know if that would happen, but I always got something going on. The other thing too is I am thinking about selling the Tesla, not because I dislike it anymore, but I am looking to upgrade to a performance model, not brand new. I am looking to pick up a 2020 Performance Model 3. Probably going to be the same thing, white on white. So if you're interested, I'm going to be letting this thing go at a reasonable price. These things are going for $48,000, which is like I think $5,000 more than when they were brand new. I'm going to price it reasonably at $43,000. I know some people are going to be like, well, that's probably what you paid for it. So yeah, essentially I'm looking to sell it for almost for what I paid for it. So I haven't done anything too crazy on this. I got some wheel spacers on it. I also did a black carbon fiber spoiler. Looks very similar to the stock Model 3. And then I also did the skin on the center console. I'll flip you guys. And I did that because, that piano black finish, I'm not a big fan of that. And then, we just have some light upgrades as well. So down at the very bottom there, when you open up the door, it's got that letter T. What else did I do? Oh, I also upgraded the light that goes inside of the trunk. So as you can see, there's a giant light bar in there. Otherwise, it's just those two small lights on the side, and they don't really light up anything. So I put a giant light bar in there, and it works very well, as you'd imagine. That's really all I've done to that. That's all I've done to it. So if you guys are interested, it's got 25,000 miles. It's a 2020 Standard Range Plus. I'm going to be letting it go probably around 43, 44. I want it to move quick. I think I could probably get a car from Carvana relatively quickly. So when I do actually decide to sell this, I'll make sure to post it that it's for sale. I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace, and a lot of cars are really overpriced. Similar models I'm seeing going for $48,000. So I think I can move this relatively quick if I sell it at 43 or 44. I think I'd be happy with, letting it go for basically what I paid for it. That never happens with cars. Cars are giant money pits, and the minute you drive it off the lot, you've already lost like $5,000 in equity on that thing. So That's about it. Rest of the house is doing good. We had our 1 year inspection with our third party inspector. That went well. Nothing too major. I have Pulte coming out next. Is it next week? I think it's next week. And they're going to do a walkthrough with us to discuss the items that we found during our inspection. I think the only major thing is that in the attic, the insulation has, it's settled, and so now it's below the recommended height in order to reach the required R value. So they're going to have to come in and spray that. But then also at the same time, it's got me thinking that right above here in this in the garage, we don't have any insulation in there. It's not required. So, but this space is completely usable. I think I showed you guys in some of my previous videos. We did put a mini split in here, so this way it's relatively cool to actually work out during the summertime. But it can get warm in here because the walls aren't insulated. We didn't have it insulated, so. And then I also have this. I started this project, but I held off until we did our inspection. And what this is, it's a reflective material, so you put it up in your attic in between the joists, and during summertime when it starts to get hot, it'll actually reflect that heat back. The project was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, especially walking around where you can't see any of the joists. And I got quite the ab workout with just a little bit of material that I put up there, and I'm probably going to need a lot more material than just that roll. So that's another project that I have to do. I don't know if it's going to be a good time to do it anymore because we are in summertime in Arizona, so it's already pretty warm in the morning, and then getting up in the attic, it's not necessarily a smart idea. If I sound congested, it's because I'm getting over COVID. I finally got COVID. I went to EDC, and unfortunately, I only made it half a day. I only made half a day, and the next day I woke up and I was pretty sore, so I wasn't feeling too well. Ended up staying in Vegas for Saturday, thinking that I'd be better for Thursday or for Sunday. And then I wasn't feeling good at all Saturday night, so I just figured I'd go home on Sunday. And when I got back, my girlfriend had one of those COVID tests, and then found that I was COVID positive. And she ran out and got a booster right away, her second booster. But I think she might be getting sick as well. So unfortunately, we're all kind of sick. I've been keeping distance from her, but. Unfortunately, I don't think that's worked, and I'm hoping my little dog doesn't get sick either because he's been hanging around me a little bit. So that's where we are at the moment. COVID, house inspection, selling the Tesla so I can get a performance one, and again, a big part of that is because I'm selling this thing for a little bit more range, but also performance. I'm really kind of jonesing for the Cybertruck, and I'd really like to be able to see, feel that performance in a truck that large. 3 seconds flat, I think is going to be just absolutely insane. And I think that advertised 0 to 60 of 3 seconds was for the tri-motor. I think they're going to be doing a quad motor. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford that one. I think that's probably going to be over 100,000 easy. But if they do sell the tri-motor for the advertised price, I'm definitely going to pick that up. But we'll see. There's, that Cybertruck isn't going to be coming out until, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe mid 2023, and then it's probably going to take some time to ramp up anyway. So I don't know. We'll see. But in the meantime, I'm looking to pick up a Performance Model 3 and play around with that for a little bit before I sell that for the Cybertruck. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching my video. See you. Take care.